on behalf of the Predator Race Club. We've got the usual format to run through this morning, and with the precarious weather we've got around Queensland at the moment, there's been a lot of impact on the racing industry, and it looks like continuing today in many respects. So we'll quickly slip into our usual format and talk about the attention getters that have been provided by bookmaker and local committee man Ryan Gannon for today, and also local trainer Shane Galinsky has submitted his contributions for the ones that are going around this afternoon that they thought might perform reasonably well. Wayne has had one selection in Brisbane. He's very concerned about the possible state of the track in all states actually, but in Brisbane, and his one selection there was Brisbane Race 7, number 6, Soxagon Race 7, number 6 in Brisbane. He then flicked over to Sydney for the remaining 3 selections, and in Sydney in the first race he liked Autocratic number 1, race 1, number 6, Autocratic. Race 1, number 6 in Sydney. Race 3 he liked number 3, Platinum Invader. Race 3, number 3, and in race 4 he liked number 4, Noir. Race 4, number 4 in Sydney. Wayne only had one placing in his selections last week, but he has been running hot with his previous weeks, and hopefully looking towards better results today with those that he thought might perform reasonably well. Talked to Shane Galinsky last night, and Shane had the same problem. He didn't have a good result last week, but he's come back some more this morning with the selections of 3 in Brisbane and 1 in Sydney for Shane. Also 1 in Bendigo. Nova Rotary racing in Melbourne today. It's the major racing in Victoria is in Bendigo as the Metropolitan Status meeting there. They're running through Shane's attention getters. He liked in Brisbane race 5, number 5, Torfig Boy. He was a little bit unlucky with that one last week and ran a very creditable 4th, and he has stuck to it again today in Brisbane race 5, number 5, Torfig Boy. In the 8th race in Brisbane he liked number 4, River Racer, race 8, number 4, and in the 10th and last race, big program in Brisbane today, race 10, number 4, Grey Wolf, race 10, number 4, and then he finished his day in Sydney with race 7, number 10, Yogi. Some big racing today down south in spite of the heavy conditions, quagmire conditions in fact in Sydney, and still having showers there. But that's a $1.5 million race, the Tancred Stakes today, in which Shane drew attention to number 10 Yogi as his selection there. He went to Bendigo in Victoria for the Metropolitan Status, beating the Golden Mile race there. A reasonably good track in Bendigo. It's the only state with a good track, and in Bendigo Shane liked race number 7, horse number 12, Seaburg, race 7, number 12, Seaburg. That's a $150,000 race at Bendigo this afternoon. Before we run through the rest of our program, I'd just like to catch up on an omission I had last week, because we usually nominate a Star of the Week performance for our local trainers, and I omitted to bring that on last Saturday, and it was an easy selection because along with some other very outstanding performances, Ben Robinson excelled to achieve 2 winners for the week with Reset Sun in Toowoomba and Dashing Ocean in Ballina. So a couple of runs into the winner's circle there for Ben Robinson last week made him the outstanding candidate for our star mention for the week, and we omitted that last week and caught up with that for Ben this morning. The past week highlights included that great win in Brisbane last week for my local businessman Michael Crooks with Mashani Hustler winning the major race there, the Queensland Racing Cutest Bonus race held in Brisbane last week after being washed out of the Gold Coast, and Mashani Hustler duly solicited there for Michael Crooks, giving him a nice desert interest there. Michael also had a winner, I might add, at Ipswich yesterday, so his team's running hot at the moment, and it's very pleasing to see because Mike puts a lot of effort and time into the industry, and it's great to see some of those major results coming his way. And some good publicity, some wonderful publicity for the scenic rim thoroughbred breeding and racing industry during the week with local stallion Sidestep, the sire of the Golden Slipper winner. That was a great national importance within the industry and international, I might add, because the stallion Sidestep stands here at Tillamon Thoroughbred started in Spain, and there's a great publicity feature there for the scenic rim and the thoroughbred breeding and racing industry for the local stallions who have produced the winner of last week's Golden Slipper. And during the week we had medium level of activity. We had 24 runners competing from Bay Desert in various places with one winner and 10 placings. So very nice to see some good results coming into the Bay Desert training fraternity. And Saturday at the Gold Coast, that's the third Gold Coast race. It was held on the program last Saturday at the Gold Coast, and that was featured as a good result. There was no Bay Desert horses in that, but on the meeting for the gold market, Chillin with Dylan performed extremely well there for Ben Aarons at very creditable second over the 1500 metres, and there was a 60 to 1 runner for Ben, and a very great performance there for the first up resuming from a spell, Chillin with Dylan at odds of 60 to 1, I might add. And Saturday at the Laidley Cup Day at Gatton, that was held at Gatton, 5 runners from Bay Desert went there, and achieving a fourth, Diane Murphy, Monty Santo, Diane, Kelvin Hickmont got a second with Red Calgary, and Spike Deacon managed the third, Ken Deacon the third with Argo's Revenge. And those Kelvin and Spike Deacon were both in the same race with Red Calgary and Argo's Revenge finishing up in the placing there with the sixth and third. On Saturday at Casino in the Northern Rivers, the Kyoga Cup Day down there, and it was great to see Greg Cornish in the winner's circle there with Moana Bar. Very good performance by Greg's horse Moana Bar there to win in the Casino last Saturday. Graham Blake went down there also, and his horse Brown Lions put in a very good performance to run sixth in the Kyoga Cup, and Jeff Dunn also got a fifth down there, but no prize money of course for Instantaneous. A few patrons of that meeting from Bay Desert down at the casino meeting last Saturday. The traditional regular racing went on last weekend on the Sunday at the Sunshine Coast. Diane Murphy, a regular patron of the Sunshine Coast, finished up with a second and a fourth with Toga Pictor and Glen Ord respectively. And then on Monday at the Northern Rivers, the Grafton meeting, there was a lot of meetings, regular meetings going on at Grafton, and Laurie Richardson went down there and came very close, only beaten half a length for a second in one of the main races there at Grafton last Saturday. Very good performance by Laurie to achieve a second at that meeting, very narrowly beaten. It went on in Toowoomba. On Thursday was a public holiday in Toowoomba for the show leading up to the Wheatwood Handicap and Toowoomba Cup, which just comes up on Saturday next to 6th of April. Toowoomba continuing, we had Kelvin Hickmont up there. He backed up from Gatton on Saturday and he managed the sixth with Red Calvary, but Ben Aarons managed the fourth in Toowoomba with Miss Amanda, and Ben Robinson managed the third with Solitary Rose. That was a bit unlucky there for Ben Robinson with Solitary Rose, because that ran a very good race to run third at 100 to 1, I might add. But unfortunately, there was a couple of scratchings there, and there's no third dividend paid in that race. So a place getter at 100 to 1, and no real betting benefit out of that for Ben Robinson. Yesterday at Ipswich on a track rated a heavy 8. Ross Howard, the doctor, went up there and only managed to pick up a fifth, but Greg Cornish picked CIB meeting at Roma today, and we've got a couple going out there because Kelvin Hickmont is having a trip out there, country trip with race 3, number 3, Anakin Direxus, race 3, number 3 at Roma today for Kelvin. He's also taking the Ponster, number 5, out there for the same race. They're backing up from their runs at Gatton previously, fairly quickly, and in race 2 at Roma, Backchat is trained by Bo Gorman, and it's race 2, number 5 at Roma today. From there we get to today's meeting at the Gold Coast. It's a heavy 8 already and still sprinkling rain at the Gold Coast, so that track could deteriorate quite significantly. In race 1, Greg Cornish has got number 1, the top weight, High Cost, that speedy performer of his, which had a tremendous run in its first up start after a spell in Durban. He's also got that horse nominated in Durban, so we're not quite sure where Greg will finish up going around with High Cost today, but that horse has been performing extremely well. In the third race, having its first start for Jan Pritchard, is number 5, Mad Call. Race 3, number 5, Mad Call for Jan Pritchard at the Gold Coast. We go to race 6 at the Gold Coast, another number 5, Scantily Clad, the Greg Cornish. Race 6, number 5, and again at the Gold Coast, race 7, Greg Cornish having a busy day. Has got Now Is Everything in race 7, number 4 at the Gold Coast today. So great opportunity for our listeners to keep track of those desert horses performing in those various places today. There's a huge contingent going to the Warwick Provincial CIB meeting today. That's the Warwick Cup meeting on the St Mary's School race day up there. They have some very big meetings at Warwick. And in the first race we see Greg Cornish travelling up there with Ice Elite, race 1, number 5. These races should be viewable on the Sky Racing channels. So great interest there for the Bow Desert fraternity in Warwick today. And race 1, number 5 was Ice Elite. There were a couple of other runners there in that race. Tracy Green and Ross Howard had runners, but they've been scratched, I understand. Also, Greg Cornish, dual acceptor, not Now Is Everything in race 3, number 3 at Warwick. That's also a dual acceptor at the Gold Coast. In race 3 still, we have Ben Robinson with Megashot, number 5, and Ben's also got number 6, Enterprise Rosie, in that third race at the Warwick meeting today. Race 4 is a Cuter's bonus race at Warwick today, and Tracy Green's attempting results there with Crude Oil, race 4, number 4. That was previously going to run it to that recent Toowoomba meeting that was called off. Greg Cornish had Animal Instinct in race 5 at the Warwick meeting today, but I think that horse has already been scratched. You have to check scratching to see what's happening there. And in the 6th race, Ben Robinson is waiting on results there with number 4, Silent Statue, race 6, number 4 at that meeting at Warwick today. Ben Robinson is using the services of jockey Laura Cheshire. Laura featured prominently in the Foxtel program the other night, the Racing Dreams program, in the day in the life of a jockey, and very comprehensive and nice coverage of Laura in that meeting today, in that interview and coverage on the Sky Racing channel the other night, and Laura's riding there for Ben Robinson in Warwick today. Also, that program, incidentally, Sky Racing puts on is the Racing Dreams program, and that's a comprehensive and an interesting program, and it was nice to see Laura Cheshire picked up in that. The Warwick Cup meeting, she's also riding Hippopus today as well. In race 7, Alfie Jr. Is going around there for Ben Robinson. He hadn't posted a jockey for that horse this morning. So race 7, number 10, Alfie Jr. And then they go to race 8, the top weight Star Caster for Tracy Green. So huge interest in that Warwick meeting for the Bow Desert trainers today. And we're back at font, and that typifies Kelvin's ability to bring his horses through a quick backup program. That horse is having its fourth start in a week, in 10 days. So it raced on the 23rd of March, the 27th of March, and again today, the 30th of March. So Kelvin very good at quick backup runs, and he's got race 4, number 14, Red Calvary, in that category today to be ridden by Tegan Harrison. Very young, tenacious young lady jockey, Tegan. And race 9, number 10 Anna Time, is being raced by Darlene Giray. She's using South African jockey Robbie Pratt on that horse. Race 9, number 10 Anna Time. Send Us a Sign is going around for Ray Litton in the same race, number 15. And Kelvin Eklund also got a runner in that race, number 16 Spicer. So some great interest in that metropolitan meeting at Doomben today for the Desert representatives. Continues at the Sunshine Coast tomorrow, with travellers on a heavy 10 track already there at the Sunshine Coast, so obviously a quagmire. But in the third race, Gnarly Charlie is going around for Ben Aarons, race 3, number 4. The Big Eater is representing Matthew John Dunn in race 4, number 5. That was race 3, number 4 for Ben Aarons, and race 4, number 5 for Matthew John Dunn. Race 6 sees King Luther, number 5 for Ben Aarons. In that same race, we've got Lady Eleanor, number 9 for Matthew John Dunn, and race 8, number 11, Twilight Manoeuvre for James Sepworth. All of those races at the Sunshine Coast tomorrow will be watchable on Sky Racing Channel. And we continue with runners at Grafton in the New South Wales Tuesday meeting, 2nd of April. They're already a soft 5 at track in Grafton, so they're getting the rain there as well. The first race, Flying DJ, representing Ben Robinson, number 7. This is all at Grafton on Tuesday. Race 3, number 9, Come Alive, Jeff Hardy. Race 6, number 6, Loazi for Ben Robinson. And race 7, number 5, True Raider for Ben Robinson. And Ben has yet another run on race 8, number 7, Reset's Sun. So Ben Robinson taking 4 horses to Grafton on Tuesday. There's been some wonderful performances over the past week in those results, as I mentioned, and it's great to see the activity and the results coming into the Bay Desert fraternity. And the other news, the weaning process is in progress on the various studs at the moment, the early education of the young weanlings, and the mares are now getting ready for the next production, and mares and pregnancies are dancing, and some very good results of the Magic Million sales for the local breeders. Cutest sale of yearlings on the 18th and 19th of March. The Scenic Rim vendors are tremendously well represented there. I'll give all those vendors a mention next week. And we didn't get to the important dates for the diary, where the Anzac Day meeting, of course, comes up on the 25th of April, and the Bay Desert Cup meeting on the 22nd of June. Both of those meetings are very special, heavy promotions by the Gold Coast Surf Club, putting those meetings forward as big days out for the Bay Desert Race Club, with the Gold Coast Surf Club organising the staging of those meetings for the Bay Desert Club at the moment, and that looks like very promising days. The Anzac Day meeting, always a tremendous meeting for Bay Desert. In the afternoon of Anzac Day, after the solemnities of the Anzac Day morning ceremonies, a great day as promised there for the 25th of April. And the Bay Desert Cup meeting on the Saturday, the 22nd of June, of course, right in the middle of the Queensland Winter Racing Carnival. That's a very timely meeting there, coming up on the 22nd of June for the Bay Desert Cup meeting, and that's also being made a special promotion by the Gold Coast Surf Club. And of course, in between, we've got the local Hibernian charity meeting coming up on Saturday, the 18th of May. That Hibernian charity meeting by Hibernian, the local Bay Desert Hibernian Race Club, as it's one meeting a year, and they've over many years raised a lot of money for charitable purposes, and deserve a lot of patronage for that meeting of the local news and also industry news on our Facebook site, which is facebook.com/racing radio show. That leads to also to a replay of this particular program for those who haven't been able to listen this morning while they're working with their horses still, and also the Voters at Race Club website will keep you up to date with other activities associated with the Voters at Race Club. So with that all behind us, we've covered the things we wanted to talk about this morning. It's a big day racing today, a tremendous day. It was following on the Winx adventure last week, which has only got one to go now. It'll be great to see that continue over forthcoming weeks. Once again, we thank the listeners for having us at their place, and hopefully, Robert, we can talk to you again next Saturday morning